Hi there. I am the exhibit manager here at the Monroe County History Center in our lovely downtown Bloomington, Indiana. And for annually, we do a quilt show exhibit. And this one in particular is about...
All right, I'm going to stop you there.
I am Jenny Mack, and I am the exhibit manager at the Monroe County History Center here in Bloomington, Indiana. Annually, we hold a quilt show for the Indiana Heritage Quilt Show that's held at the Convention Center here in Bloomington. We are one of the sites that people come around to see the quilt exhibit. And this one in particular is about the quilter's story. The reason why I chose this particular theme is because in the past we've had exhibits about the construction of quilts and different quilt patterns. And I thought that it would be interesting to examine the quilter themselves and how they started quilting, why they started quilting, and their inspiration for these particular quilts that you'll see here.
You and then start talking.
This quilt, for example, is what we assume is an auction quilt or a charity quilt. All of the names on here are from prominent Bloomington, Indiana families like the Buskirks, for example. And we assume it's an auction quilt because there's actually a number stitched in the bottom of it, a price number that the quilt may have been auctioned for. It's really interesting to see because normally when you see lists of names like this, it's typically about a church group or a family quilt. But these are definitely, especially after closer examination and noting the names, we found that they are different families, not necessarily attending the same religious organization, but definitely families that helped make Bloomington what it is today.
How long does this take? How long do you think it'll? 30 seconds? 10 seconds?
To describe?
Yeah.
30?
30?
Too long?
Try to make it as fast as you can.
Okay. These two particular quilts by me are from our collection, the History Center's collection. And the lovely story about them is that the woman who made them lived in Hollywood, and she supported her family by being a seamstress for Hollywood starlets. She was actually deaf, but it didn't hinder her from being an amazing seamstress. Her son finally came to Bloomington and settled here, and that's how we got the quilts.
Can I get you to stand closer to me and away from it? Further, you don't have to be so. Back up just a little bit.
Like towards this?
The way you went, yeah. What's that? Maybe.
It's too.
Well, I'm getting the lighting rig. So step in a step closer.
Towards.
Yeah, one more. One more. That's where you were. One more. Just yeah, snug up to it actually.
Snug?
Mm-hmm. Who cares? I wanted to do a certain kind of shot, but it's not gonna work. Alright, go.
This particular quilt obviously has a circus theme. The woman who made it, she lived in Fulton County, Indiana, and the Cole Brothers Circus actually wintered there. And one night, the quarters that the animals slept in caught fire, and so the townspeople and the owners of Cole Brothers, they opened all the cages and let all the animals out in Fulton County. And that evening, the townspeople and authorities collected the animals, and the woman was just, that event in her life really stayed with her, and so she created this quilt in memory of that. Man, I feel like I'm running out of stories. I guess I could talk about this one, the Alice in Wonderland one. I don't know, what do you... The Alice in Wonderland quilt is relatively special. The woman who first started making it, she sewed by hand the appliques, which are just the Alice in Wonderland characters, like 30 years ago. But when she laid it out on the floor, everything was bunching and it wouldn't lay flat. So she put it away and felt like it wasn't worthy of her new grandchild that was being born. So actually the grandchild, who is now much older, she found the quilt and decided to finish it for her grandmother. So she redid all of it, took out a lot of seams, but ultimately came out with the vision that her grandmother would have wanted.
I'm gonna do a walk around with the camera and then be done. Can I get you to not do that shot?